So, welcome to Lore Lunch.
The fucking Lore Lunch!
We haven't eaten much, so we hope you don't mind.
Woo. Are we set to the right? We are. Okay, cool. Mm-hmm. Oh my god.
So this is just going to be a casual AMA thing. Because
yeah, we're just going to do some, take some questions, give some answers. We are having more guests in the coming weeks. We just did not have one today, and we ordered sushi at 6 p.m., and it was not ready until almost 7, so here we are.
As usual with the Lore Lunch, things just didn't work out.
See, it technically is dinner, but Lore Lunch
just rolls off
the tongue, you know? Aidan and I, without consulting, ordered the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Just with slight variations. Yep. So that's how tonight is going. I hate this hair. The more I see it, the more I hate this hair.
The thing I found most entertaining is, so we both got lo mein, but I got shrimp on it. But we also both...
I got chicken.
Oh, you got chicken? Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So we also both got sushi, but when it arrived, we recognized that they were both different. One of them's regular salmon, one of them's spicy, and we couldn't figure out who ordered what. So we're just splitting it.
Someone made a mistake.
Probably.
I was not talking about the Greek fascist party in the last video. But I am not a fascist.
We really do need a shirt that says all of the things you are not on it. Is someone keeping tabs on that? Please tell me you are. Because I certainly am not.
It's all in the Wendigoon video. We just have to go back and watch it.
Yeah.
Little people in Native American culture, a little bit here and there. They've got some very similar mythology to dwarves, which I find very interesting. But they've got like little people of the mountains and little people of the forest and all sorts of different things. So it's very similar mythology to dwarves, actually. And I find that very interesting. I wonder how much Native American and native like Scandinavian peoples actually interacted in prehistory, because they have so many of the same legends between dwarves and little people and trolls and some of the Native American legends, and the idea of like taking the skin of an animal to transform into that animal. Message retracted.
What is
Can you have a video of us cooking spaghetti? Do you want us to actually cook spaghetti, or do you want like a how-to videos kind of thing where it's like the guy who just throws eggs and shit?
Are we becoming how-to basic?
We could.
That's brutal.
How-to supernatural? How-to supernatural?
I was going to say we need the car for that, and then I was going to say, well, we need the jacket for that, and I was
we
already have them.
Yeah. Also, if you guys don't start sending us questions, I'm going to start talking about the Golden Order, or the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn. We're going to see how that goes.
So send questions.
I ordered so many books on the occult and Satanism.
Oh, you're on a watch list.
I basically went and ordered all the weird Freemason adjacent stuff, and now I'm going to read that.
I want like
we're going to be doing a hell of a video on occult organizations, and I have a oh no, is that yours? Your AirPods?
Yeah, Archie, you're not supposed to listen to music.
And also like the Book of Enoch. We got some rather mystic stuff coming up, and I am trying very hard to organize it, but it's the kind of thing that you kind of read through it and you're like, yeah, this would make sense on drugs.
All I know is that we now officially need a streetwear style t-shirt that just says Freemason adjacent. Because that was too good.
Yeah, Freemason adjacent.
How was your birthday and party of? Ask is for $5. Also, hi guys, welcome back.
So my actual birthday was pretty nice. I got some pots and pans. And when you're 24, that's exciting. Yeah. So my parents got me lots of useful household items and socks.
I was just going to say,
it's always socks.
Once you hit mid-20s, socks are no longer a bad gift.
No, oh my god, I'm constantly running out of... It doesn't help that someone's a fucking sock thief. Where is he?
He's ready.
Where's the thief?
He's behind my back.
Come here. Come here. Come here, sock thief. Come here, socky. Yeah, this guy has a habit of anytime I leave a sock out in the open, he just takes it and hides it somewhere. When I take my socks off at night to go to bed, because I don't wear socks when I sleep because I'm a normal person.
I was going to say, what are you, a psycho?
Yeah. The first thing he does, he just hops off the bed, grabs a sock, brings it back up, and then sits there with my sock. He doesn't do anything with it, but if I try to take it from him, he gets mad at me, and he growls. Also, oh my god, he's adorable. I'm just seeing him on screen. Like, he's such a good boy.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, get down. But yeah,
Hi, pretty boy.
I went out for Irish food, which is a tradition for my birthday. We go, my best friend and I, my other best friend and I.
I take no offense. He was around for long.
He was around first. One of my best friends, he and I have been going out for Irish food, I think, every birthday since I was in 10th grade. So we went to Molly's for food, which usually I avoid Molly's for any reason if I can, because it's just not a fun place to be. But
yeah, you got to be in the mood for Molly's.
Yeah, well, if by in the mood you mean on the cusp of blacking out, yes. The only good reason to go to Molly's is if there's like a band playing that you like.
The only reason to go to Molly's is if it's 12 o'clock and almost all of the other bars close and it's right across the street.
Yeah. Also, what is up with bars closing at 12 around here?
I don't know. It's
like,
dumb.
that was not how it was when I was in college.
Yeah, it's weird.
But yeah, I got
pitter patter then. Okay.
I got some very good Irish food. I was impressed at how good the food was.
Really?
Yeah, I got a Guinness beef stew.
Good.
And it came with these little Irish soda bread muffins.
Last time I had a Guinness, I was doing a car bomb with Pat.
You know, the Irish don't find that funny.
I know. It's not funny at all. Because the guy behind the counter, he was American, but keep in mind, it was like 11 o'clock in the morning, and we were on our way to brunch. This was like 2 weeks ago. And
brunch bomb.
The guy like came up, whatever, and he said, you know, because for those who don't know, in an Irish car bomb, it's a Guinness, Jameson, and Bailey's. And the bartender came over, is like, I think you guys are destroying three good things. And I internally,
what, brunch, Guinness, and Jameson?
No. Like what's in a car bomb? He's like, I think you guys are ruining three good things. And internally, I was like, yeah, but you're not drinking all day if you don't start in the morning, so.
I'm worried about you living with Pat.
Yeah.
I'm worried about the impact this will have on your liver, primarily.
He's doing better lately, and I'm doing worse. We're balancing each other. No, it's fine. I'm doing good.
You're absorbing the chaos.
Yes. No,
also,
fun.
I don't know how it is, but like somehow, due to living alone a year longer than almost all of my friends who are exactly the same age, I'm watching you guys start doing what I was doing a year ago. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh, I was a disaster.
Trust me. If
I was a mess.
If I wasn't living with those two, I probably just wouldn't drink. I might have like a glass of scotch at one point.
You say that, but I didn't have roommates, and I was drinking a lot.
I know, but
mainly because
that was a different reason.
in October of 2020, there was not much to do.
Correct.
It's not really an ideal year for anything. What did Iz say second? I saw she said something.
She was saying she was just starting to watch Letterkenny because she found out it's on Hulu, so someone else.
So good.
Well, that's why I said is pitter patter.
Yep. Oh my god.
Yeah.
You guys did not throw me a super soft birthday party. I am disgusted.
Don't blame it on me. Blame it on them.
You were involved.
I was involved, and I was the one that contributed the most to that conversation.
Disgusting.
It was fucking one of yous. Oh my god.
I love how that show, like, you watch it in its most recent seasons, and if you don't have any knowledge of the the past 9 seasons, whatever they're on now, it's completely incoherent.
Yep.
But then if you go back and you watch the rest of the show,
it's completely incoherent.
It's just as incoherent.
It's so true. That's great.
It is a masterpiece of television.
Okay.
It's like It's Always Sunny.
That's true. You can hop in that show pretty much anywhere.
Yeah, exactly. It's just sustained chaos for 15 years.
Yeah, I love it. Real quick, 2 things. 1, Zeus said, "Can you guys have a meatball fight where you just throw meatballs at each other?" Number 1, I think that's a Patreon thing.
Might be a Patreon exclusive.
Might be a Patreon exclusive. Number 2 is just giving me shit saying you didn't throw him a birthday party. He requested. How rude, bad friends. Let's be fair. We didn't come up with it. He started a group chat with all of us in it and said, "I want you guys to throw me a super soft birthday party," and proceeded to leave said group chat.
Well, I didn't want it to not be a surprise.
Of course, but everybody else in the group chat was like, "Who are all of you people and what the fuck is this about?" So, it was like...
Everyone in that chat, I know for a fact, had the phone number of at least one other person in that chat.
That's not enough of consistency.
I know Sam and Nick had each other. You and Norman had each other.
I had no idea who Nick was until I saw
probably
him
had
on
Alex's
Saturday.
number, right?
I don't think I do. And I definitely don't have Sam's.
Yeah, until you fucking hosed before brosed me on Friday, whatever day it was.
I had dinner with her before I came.
Yeah, I know.
And you guys were just hitting the bars, like right as we were wrapping up.
Ugh, you fool.
I timed that perfectly, and you know it.
We'd been at the bar for 2 hours when you got there.
How'd you leave so early?
What do you mean?
I'm used to people not going out until like at least 10.
We went at like 9, I think.
See, that's not bad.
I don't know.
Yeah, we usually don't even leave the house
Got
until like 10 to 11.
Very abrupt reminder of how overpriced bistro is.
Yeah, but it's so much better than everywhere else.
What's the chat saying?
Somebody's saying they listen to our Spotify.
I mean, don't listen to our Spotify in class.
Well,
you're in class.
If it's like macro, I get it, but you know,
that's an important topic.
It's also, for a lot of people, it's boring. For like,
now if it's like gender studies. I took a gender studies adjacent course in college.
What's up with you and the word adjacent?
I don't know. I'm liking the word adjacent. But it was weird. Every single male in the class looked deeply uncomfortable. And so did most of the women.
Uh-huh.
There was like a small minority of people in the background who were just like kind of like yas queening the whole thing. However, that was not the most odd course I've taken. The most odd course I've taken was History of Witchcraft.
Interesting.
Which I dropped after 2 months because I was like, I do not have the mental energy for this right now.
Oh, I thought you were going to say everything was wrong.
It was the first semester of my senior year, and there was also that. It's something else to get through 3.5 years of college where you are diving in deep to a specific subject, and then you start to like go back and, you know, fill out your gen eds or whatever, which are all like 100, 200 level courses.
Yep.
So by the time I was taking History of Witchcraft, which was primarily the first chunk of the class, was on European witchcraft, which has its roots in like the 8th and 9th century.
Okay, that's pretty damn far back.
But I was a medieval studies major, so I was very familiar with it. I got into this History of Witchcraft class, and every single lecture I'm sitting there like, that's wrong. You mispronounced that. Wrong year. Like, that's not what that means. There was a papal bull about this. Like, I'm just sitting there, like, listening to everything, and it's just driving me nuts.
Yep.
So, eventually I had to drop it. It was a weird class. I felt very out of place in it. Because I was a 21-year-old, 22-year-old, I guess. I was still 21, I think.
If it was only 2 months into your first semester.
Yeah, I guess I was 21.
21, yeah.
I was a 21-year-old white straight man in a class dominated by 18 to 22-year-old not mostly white, if I'm being honest, but primarily like white lesbian girls. I think every single lesbian at Penn State was in that class with me.
How many people in the class?
Which I have absolutely no problem with that. I really don't care. I am not a homophobe. I lived with gay people my entire college experience.
Again, we need the shirts.
Yeah, I know.
Somebody keep tabs on this, please.
Homosexual adjacent? Oh, not that shirt. That would be a good shirt for bisexual people.
It would be, actually.
It's going on the Unqualified store.
Yeah.
If you want to see some really out-of-pocket streetwear, go check out unqualifiedapparel.com.
I need that John Paul Jones sweatshirt one size higher.
Yeah, because I went through a period where I was just like shit posting using t-shirts. And so there's that. Oh my god. Why is it so hot in here?
Yeah, it's warm.
I still haven't figured out how the thermostat works in here. Anyway, point of this story is there is one place where being an expert on something is not good, and it's when you are the only straight guy in a class full of homosexual women, and you're talking about something that, to their belief, was the oppression of women, even though witchcraft was, something that men and women got charged with. So whenever you go to correct something, you get accused of all sorts of horrible things.
Mm-hmm.
So I just got to the point where it was painful for me to sit in class and just hear constant incorrect things being said, while also knowing I had to keep my mouth shut.
Mm-hmm.
So I just dropped it. I was like, I can't do this.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good class, good professor. She was clearly, as far as I understand, she was a South American and Latin American history professor.
Mm-hmm.
And the second 2/3 of the class focused primarily on Latin America and North America. But when we were in that first portion of the class, it was all the European stuff, and it was driving me nuts, because there was something I realized in college, which is they will assign a professor who is, I'm going to use the word Jason again. I'm going to do it. Who is expert adjacent in that field. So, for example, I took a medieval studies 408, I think, when I was a junior in college, and it was a course on, the title of the course was Church and State in the High Middle Ages. Mm-hmm. My professor, as you would expect, was a professor of gender studies. What does that have to do with church and state in the High Middle Ages? I don't know, and I don't think she did either. Very nice woman. Very, very good professor. Very forgiving on, due dates and stuff like that. Very understanding. But, oh Lord, she did not know a thing about anything but what was specifically discussed in the curriculum.
Yeah.
So, context, out the window. Which isn't to say that, it was super important, but there were multiple times in that class where myself and other students had to kind of gingerly raise our hands and be like, actually, I should probably, this is how you pronounce that word, and that kind of thing. So, what I think a lot of people who don't go through academia, or at least don't go through a liberal arts major, have this misconception about education that somebody with a PhD is an expert in an entire field. No. Somebody with a PhD is somebody who got their bachelor's in a broad topic of study, mm-hmm. at least in the liberal arts field, I should say. So, for example, me, if I were to go through grad school and get my PhD and everything, mm-hmm. what I would do is, and if I were to get a master's as well, because you can do a PhD without a master's, I got my bachelor's of medieval studies. Bachelor's of Arts in Medieval Studies.
I was genuinely not aware you could do a PhD without a master's.
Apparently, I learned that after I got into a master's program. I was like, why did I do this? I might just go straight for my PhD. Princeton has a good medieval studies program, and it's not too far away from here.
You might as well.
Exactly.
I mean, how hard would it be to get into Princeton for that?
For a PhD program?
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure. I'll have to look into that. I don't think it's as hard as getting in for undergrad. You just have to find a supervisor that wants to work with you on what you're working on. But if you get your bachelor's degree in something broad, so mm-hmm. Biomedical engineering, or history, or medieval studies, which is rather specific, actually.
Yeah, that's pretty.
I had a pretty specific major, mm-hmm. but it was interdisciplinary. So mm-hmm. I was learning. It wasn't like I was just taking courses on the medieval period or just on history. Mm-hmm. I had to learn context, and it was 126 credits.
That's not one.
Or something like that. So if I were to get my master's, I would go on and I was going to get my master's I deferred, so I might go back, I don't know. I would get my master's in medieval studies. And then, sorry, I'm like trying to see. I would get my master's in medieval studies. So bachelor's in medieval studies, master's in medieval studies. You know, let's do a hypothetical here so people understand what I'm saying better. Get your bachelor's degree in history.
Mm-hmm.
Get your master's degree in medieval history. You would get your PhD in like the effects of papal doctrine from 1350 to 1400.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean that you're the foremost expert in medieval history or history.
Yeah.
It means you are the foremost expert or one of the foremost experts in papal doctrine from 1350 to 1400.
Yeah. Which is a very specific
exactly.
thing.
And that's why colleges try not to get PhDs to be professors who are all the PhD of the same thing.
Yeah.
They want somebody who studied Vikings and somebody who studied the church and somebody who studied the Nicene Council.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they want people from all these different walks so that you can have a coherent set of courses that work together and play to the best strengths. You want a complementary course load.
Yep.
So a lot of people think, you know, I've gotten in arguments with people on TikTok who are like, and bystanders to these arguments will be like, oh, well, they have a PhD. Like, why should I trust you with your, you know, you only have a bachelor's? And I'm like, because this person probably has almost exactly the same knowledge base as me,
mm-hmm.
with the exception that they are very, very well educated in this one specific thing.
Yep.
And, you know, a lot of people who don't go through the whole process or who haven't been to college yet don't realize that. And it's not until you start interacting with other people in the academic sphere that you start to understand, you know, oh, that PhD, that doctorate doesn't make that person smarter. It doesn't make them more of an expert on all this other stuff. It just means that they did a really good job defending a rather long paper to 3 people.
Yep. It's only 3?
3 to 5 usually.
Got it.
So for example, there's a guy on TikTok. It's like McClellan is his username. I think his last name's actually McCallan. He's a professor of, I think, an associate professor or a professor of theology at, I'm trying to remember the university. I can't remember, but he has his PhD from Brigham Young. So here's the thing about getting a theology PhD from Brigham Young. Once you're at the level of getting a PhD, it's the decision of what your PhD dissertation is going to be on is made between you and a supervisor, a single supervisor. You then, at the end of that period, defend that dissertation to a panel of other experts. So if you're getting your PhD in theology from Harvard, you're going to be defending your PhD in theology to a panel of very intelligent, very well-read, rather non-biased people. Mm-hmm. If you're getting your PhD from Brigham Young in theology, you're defending Mormonism to a panel of Mormons.
Yep. Doesn't each...
So, if I were to go to Southern Methodist...
Yeah.
And write a paper on Methodism, a dissertation on Methodism, and then defend it to a bunch of Methodists at Southern Methodist, nobody would take me seriously. Nobody at all would take me seriously. That would be ridiculous, and I would be a joke. Oh God, the milk chain started again.
Yep.
But my point in this is, because this is getting rather long-winded, my point is, you know, people need to understand that, you know, if you see somebody with a PhD next to their name, definitely, you know, assume they know what they're talking about. Mm-hmm. But if they say something that really strikes you as wrong, check it. Because I see a lot of people on TikTok who are PhD of this and PhD of that. And they've got all these people in their comments who are like, wow, I never knew this. And, you know, how could the church hide this from me? And why didn't the public schools tell me? And it's like, well, they didn't tell you that because the person telling you it now is wrong. If somebody with a PhD in microbiology tells me that the mitochondria is in fact not the powerhouse of the cell, I'm going to laugh at them because that's the only thing I've retained from high school.
I love how that is just collectively what everybody believes is
exactly
the only thing.
They could even have evidence to prove themselves right, and I would still not believe them in that case. But no, it's like, you know, I don't have a PhD. I don't even have a master's, but I've written extensively. I study all the time. You know, I got a degree or a set of degrees and diplomas that arguably should be a master's.
Yeah.
Considering what I got them in. But I don't have that piece of paper that says, good news, the institution approves. I did see a super chat come through.
Yeah, no, that was telling me her roommate Venmoed her $5 to comment that I am in fact a manlet, which is fair. I mean, but being 5'6" has never been a problem for me, so I'm cool with it. Also, what? You just looked at me with like wide eyes. I was curious about that.
A little flavor blast.
Fair enough. That's always good. Best kind of goldfish there. Also, so there was something that people were saying earlier, but
nope.
No. Well, yeah, there's that too.
I have a PhD in Wendusi. All right, guys, that's going to be the end of the show tonight.
Yeah. I think my biggest problem with college was always that you have the required courses for your major. And
then the required courses for the majors that aren't yours.
Yes. And, well, the required courses for the gen eds. And you can't... The schedule can never be optimized.
Mm-hmm.
You're always ending up taking gen eds that are boring and suck, even though there's a lot of gen ed possibilities that are really cool, but you just can't take them because your major classes are pretty much set in stone.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have the time for all the other stuff.
How many times did you have to watch a Wes Anderson movie in college?
Less than you'd think, actually. It was more European movies from the 40s and like stuff like that. Yeah. What do you expect?
I don't know.
Also,
relevant content?
You know what? The Bicycle Thief wasn't bad. It was an Italian movie made in like the 40s or 50s. Pretty solid.
I've seen The Graduate 7 times.
It sucks.
You want to know how many times I wanted to see The Graduate?
0.
Mm-hmm.
It's a horrible movie. It's so bad. Like, it's literally 1/5 just a music video for Simon and Garfunkel.
Yep.
And the last third of the movie makes no sense. Imagine, tell me this. If you found out that the person you were dating had slept with one of your parents.
Stacy's mom has got it good.
No, if you found that out after you've been dating for a couple of months, then you kind of like freaked out and went back to college because you're like, what the fuck? But within like a week period after this person returns into your life, like a couple weeks later, would you decide, yeah, I want to marry you maybe, and then when that person interrupts your wedding to run away with you, would you take their hand and run and hop on a random bus?
Especially when that someone is Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah, it kind of makes like it the worst.
Start a college on Wendusi.
Well, we are chalkboard.
Speaking of starting a college, we are thinking about launching the Learn Lodge, which would be a subscription.
He can't keep getting away with it.
Which would be a subscription course series, basically, that you wouldn't. It's not an accredited university, but something that.
Just the amount of people who are asking to learn about Wendusi, I think you need a Wendusi 101.
Oh God.
Oh God.
I don't even know how to.
Just imagine putting on the top of a chalkboard Wendusi 101. You'd have to address the class, even though it's a pre-recorded lecture. You got to open and address the class saying, if this is a random gen ed for you that you really are not that interested in, then get out of my classroom now because you're not going to have a good time because we're going deep into this. This should be a 400 class.
Going deep into the Wendusi.
Oh, we're going deep into Wendusi. Sure. This should be a 400 class, but the university wouldn't give me enough money for it.
Oh my God. How to be submissive and breedable 101.
The first lecture is just you in the maid outfit, just like doing random things around the house. With a narration that is like 1950s style like, documentary
transatlantic
narration.
accent.
You see, this is how you're supposed to act around the house for your woman. And stuff like that.
Oh my God. But anyway, what I was trying to say is we're thinking about launching the Learn Lodge, which would be actual courses that I would structure and teach as if it were a lecture. Because I did enjoy doing that in college for like review sessions.
Yep.
I was kind of a nerd. But the reason I want to do that is that a lot of people, can't really afford access to what I had access to. And that doesn't seem fair, I guess. If I had access to that and I can share it, obviously I want to be compensated for my time, but at the same time, I don't need to charge somebody $60,000 a year to basically...
Is that how much Penn State was?
No.
That's sad.
But I don't need to charge somebody $60,000 a year to, like, learn that stuff. I can make the video and I can charge you $15 for 3 months of courses, and if enough people take it, then it's worth my time.
Glass of water just said, submissive and breedable, how to be a sugar baby in 6 steps.
Oh, God.
We can knock it down to 5 if we,
What?
I don't know.
What are you suggesting?
I was hoping you'd pick that up for me.
I don't know. You can't just expect me to be funny on cue.
What do you mean? I thought we were good improv people.
I wasn't a theater person.
Neither was I.
I mean, I was, actually, for a long time.
The closest
then
I got to being a theater person
I untheater kidded myself. Yeah, it was a struggle, but we got there.
Oh, also, earlier people were talking about the Discord and complaining about the younger mods. Apparently something was done about it. I haven't seen the Discord in several weeks. But yeah.
I'm in there, but I never understand what's happening. Well, I've been meaning to get back to contributing to that.
I do want to have Christmas movie streams in there.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking forward to. I just need...
Step 1, throw the moral ground out the window. $20 is $20.
Bump up those numbers and you got me swinging.
I don't know. I did talk to the mod team about like an 18+ server.
Oh, wow.
All that.
She's really giving a whole...
Oh, God. Yeah, I guess we're going to have how to be submissive and breedable taught by Glass.
Don't be picky. What are you talking about? Number 4, yeah, that's fair.
What's number 4?
Assume the position.
Survive cry!
Oh, God. What are you laughing at down there?
Step 6, collect money. What? Ow.
What?
Sorry, the dog is craving attention, apparently.
Yeah, he's very...
It's the food. He's going nuts.
Yeah, but he's been crazy all day.
Should we give him a sushi? Chat, should we give Archie a piece of salmon sushi?
Is it safe for him?
That's exactly what I'm talking about, is making, a European folklore course, a Native American folklore course, a, pantheons of European pagan traditions course.
What?
So that's the kind of thing we'd be looking at to, expand our content. And would you stop?
He wants me to, chase him around. Oh, God. Raise him up on high so you can see.
Come here. Come here. Would you fucking come here? Where are you going? You dumbass.
He wants to play more than he wants the food.
Is he even eating it or is he just holding it?
He's just holding it. You gotta chew it, dude. You're gonna choke on that. I already know it.
Well, I've never seen someone eat sushi this way, but, the Discord, if you go to aidanmattis.card.co, card with 2 R's, the Discord link should be in there, actually. Is this no, this is as high as this goes? Okay.
Discord should just be the Lore Lodge, right?
Can you find it just by searching the title?
I don't know. The link's in the description, so...
Is it?
What, your card thing's in the description.
Is it?
It should be.
Can you check?
Let's find out.
It's not.
Well...
Send it in chat. Yeah, he's a good boy. He's a very good boy. Oh, he ate it. He ate the sushi.
Look at you go.
You're
Look
a
at that
good
wagging
boy.
little
You're a good
tail.
puppy.
Yeah,
We should set up the Archie cam.
Yeah, we will. We will. Once we get
just have a live stream going 24/7. It's just my living room.
It's
just
that
Archie.
Sounds dangerous.
Oh, that's incredibly dangerous.
Yeah, somebody sent Rain the Discord link. Thank you very much.
Oh, awesome. But yeah, so we're thinking about doing the Learn Lodge. That would be an actual course. I think you could probably do some film stuff, right?
Oh yeah,
You feel confident. And it wouldn't be like, you wouldn't be getting 400 level seminars on, Arthurian folklore.
Speak for yourself.
Okay, you might get 400 level seminars on Arthurian folklore from Aidan. See how that goes for you.
So Arthur was this guy. That may or may not exist. He did. Or did he?
Gotta be honest, that's about the extent of all of my courses on Arthur in college. That's basically what they said.
Penn State, give me some money.
We're shooting a video on King Arthur after this show tonight. In case you were wondering how hard we work, the grind never stops.
Yep. I am sleep deprived, and the seasonal depression has not found me yet.
Yours is seasonal?
I don't know.
Mine's just constant.
I hate myself.
I am mentally healthy adjacent.
Oh, I love and hate that at the same time. Oh my god.
What was the one that I had? What was the... Oh, it was the single taken homosexual one. The shirt that I had. I cleared that with all my gay friends. I was like, hey, can I make this? And they were like, why are you asking me? And I was like, I don't know, is that offensive? And they were like, no, I'm just confused. And I was like, me too.
I feel like most of your gay
I'm
friends,
very confused about the timeline that we're living in.
I feel like most of your gay friends are essentially...
You know what happened to me last week?
What?
Somebody... who was it? It was Anthony Padilla from Smosh. Recreated the hit or miss TikTok from forever ago, complete with the outfit. And what I discovered from that is that the person who originally made it is biologically female. This entire time I thought it was a guy.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
I thought it was a guy. I don't know. But my exact response to it was, wait, are you telling me the original person wasn't a trap? And it was then that I was told that apparently that is a transphobic term, which I was not aware of, but I had multiple people comment that they were like, wow, I didn't know you were transphobic, I'm unfollowing. It wasn't my video. But I was like, when did this become a transphobic term?
I don't know. Dude.
Like, since when was that? What? And I'm sitting here like, how do people keep up anymore?
Unless you're like specifically in that.
Unless
culture.
you're chronically online.
Yeah. I want to use y'all's favorite colors as I embroider my sweatshirt. What are they? Give me the info.
Mine's forest green.
Yeah, mine's probably a light blue.
Those are not going to look good together.
Oh, let's do dark blue. It's like blue in general. No, I think they would. Because the dark and the light combine.
I guess.
And they're on generally opposite sides of the spectrum, kind of, not really.
What did we do? I thought we got another one before that.
We did. Somebody was asking you if you know much about Australian folklore and like something about mummy things.
I have dipped my toes into the Australian folklore.
Everything that's not paranormal there already wants to kill you.
Yeah,
so
it's complicated for sure. I learned about the Yowie and the Bunyip. Also learned that Yowie is how you pronounce something else. Something uncouth and horrid, so to speak. I learned so many new things from people who comment on my TikToks. I don't want to learn any of these things.
The best thing about...
I don't want to learn any of this stuff.
The best thing about Australia is the fact that almost nobody remembers that it was a prison colony that ended up like...
It's currently a prison colony.
Careful.
They are building long-term quarantine camps in Australia.
Anytime they use the word camps with anything...
They're literally concentration camps.
Has me scared.
They're literal concentration camps in Australia.
Oh, God.
I'm like, geez. Okay, guys.
How's Hong Kong doing?
You haven't heard, so how do you think it's doing? Yeah, I remember like back in 2019, early 2020, I was like, oh man, this Hong Kong thing is one of the worst things to happen to the world recently.
And
And then China was like...
and then the funniest thing happened.
Exactly. Oh. China was like, oh, you thought this was bad. Wait till you see what we're going to do next.
Just
China's like, I'm going to do what I call a pro gamer move.
No. I'm just imagining the Billy Mays meme. It's like Hong Kong, but wait, there's more.
Exactly.
COVID. Oh my god.
Oh god, that was. We really thought Kobe dying was the worst thing that was going to happen to us in 2020.
Oh yeah, that happened before. Wow. Yeah.
This might be an unpopular opinion, but if I could make a deal with Satan, it would be to trade Kobe for LeBron.
Really?
He can have LeBron. I want Kobe back.
Did you see?
I don't care about basketball at all. I just know people were sad when Kobe died, and I don't think they would be if it had been LeBron.
Did you see the?
I think the Cleveland Cavaliers would be very happy about it, honestly.
Did you see the new Space Jam?
No, that's part of the reason I want to trade LeBron. That is like just the worst trade deal in the history of trade deals. Like, Michael Jordan, you replace with LeBron James, which is just heresy. And you take the rabbit that I think we all agree was probably one of our first crushes, and yes, we probably all should seek therapy for that. It was an obviously effeminate anthropomorphized rabbit. Let's be realistic about this. But you took the rabbit, and just...
If there was any cartoon character that was...
They made it lame.
One of my first crushes was easily Kim Possible / Shigo.
Shigo.
No, but like primarily Kim Possible. I remember being like 9 and watching that show and being like, why are you with Ron? What's going on there? You're a 10 out of 10. What's up there?
How did we get to talking about hot female cartoon characters?
Well, you went on a rant about LeBron James. And
Oh, yeah.
LeBron James. What's 9 plus 10? 21?
I gotta say, for all the hype I've heard my entire life about LeBron James as somebody who's not a basketball fan, because in order for me to be a basketball fan, I'd have to watch the 76ers, and I cannot put myself through that kind of
10,
pain.
9, 8, 76.
Oh, God. It's so painful to watch Philadelphia teams play. If I wasn't already a diehard Eagles fan, I would not put myself through that.
Flyers are doing pretty decently, right?
I don't know. All of my watching of hockey has been tainted by the 3 months I spent dating one of our friends in high school, who took hockey very seriously.
I don't know the individual.
The one who, I don't want to say names. The one who lives on the mountain?
Okay.
Yeah, that one.
That's what I was leaning towards.
Yeah.
I was thinking...
Took hockey very seriously.
For some reason, I was thinking about the one that was right after her.
No.
And I was like, I don't see that. That doesn't track. I think we should answer...
yeah, we should answer the super chats.
Which is... Drunken Clown for $2, which is the Australian guy was saying, but without our camps, how will we focus? And my response is, camps are not Adderall.
Yes, the meth. The meth is how you will focus. Yeah, jeez. Australia.
I respect that.
What'd she say?
She said, I'd do anything for Shigo or Gwen from Total Drama Island.
That's fair. Mm-hmm. The goth chick from Danny Phantom.
Yeah.
Also on the list.
Why were there so many hot goth chicks in, like,
because the people designing these characters were, like,
not even just
millennials.
Animation. Like, that one girl from fucking, what is it? Victorious?
Oh, the girl who played Jade.
Yes.
What's her real name?
I think it's Elizabeth something.
Elizabeth Gillies.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, but you know what? My favorite character / like female crush as a kid was easily oh god, what was her name? She dated Josh on Drake and Josh.
Mindy?
Mm-hmm. Mindy.
That's fair.
Mindy could yell at me all day, and I wouldn't care. My favorite thing in a woman is the ability to not be afraid to just be a complete bitch when they feel like they are right and are going to stand their ground. Because it's just the confidence, man. Confidence is key.
Mom, I know you're watching the stream and yelling at me over text right now. The problem is that you're saying I can't talk about wishing death on people. You have assumed LeBron James is a person.
Brutal.
I think he's more of a lizard. I think the lizard people got to him. I think they skinned him.
What makes you think of him specifically?
I don't know. He just gives me lizard person vibes.
A lot of people.
Also,
agree with me here.
anyone
I like
who supports China committing a genocide against the Uyghurs.
Wait, I got another one for you guys. How could we forget the Hex Girls?
Did you just interrupt me making a statement about LeBron James and the Uyghurs to talk about the Hex Girls?
That's what they're all talking about.
Oh
in
my
the
God.
Comments.
Anyway,
Drunken Clown was saying early 2000s cartoons giving us all a thing for goth girls.
my mom said not funny. Yeah. No. If you toe the Communist Party of China's propaganda, then I don't care for you.
And canceled.
Yeah. Oh God. Oh no, I've been canceled by the Chinese government. Honestly, I would take that and wear it as a badge of honor. That would be my bio on every social media app. I got canceled by Xi Jinping.
Everybody's agreeing with me about the Hex Girls. Love it. Let's make a running list. Yes, I'm totally down for that.
The lore list.
The lore list. The lore goth list.
Yeah, I don't have one off the top of my head for that one.
Everybody agreeing about the Hex Girls. I'm so glad I remembered to bring that up.
Inside Job on Netflix. I have not seen that. Archie, could you try to not cough for 20 seconds?
Or she's got COVID.
Archie is quite possibly the worst at ingesting things of any dog I've ever seen. He drinks water and coughs immediately, every single time.
You gotta learn to slow down, dude.
You gotta learn how to not drink so fast. He has a drinking problem.
He does. You gotta savor it. We know you love to get wasted.
Currently just wagging his tail at us.
Roll back.
He's an adorable animal. The Hex Girls was the Scooby-Doo one, right? Oh, boy.
The front... The...
Is it just me, or were there a lot of Velma and Daphne's this Halloween? Like an unusual amount.
I didn't see that. I saw a lot of unusually amount of Talladega Nights costumes.
All right.
So like Ricky Bobby and all them.
I saw a guy dressed as an alien, like kidnapping someone. This is the only way I can really describe it. Basically, like it was an inflatable costume, and there was an alien attached to his back that looked like it had his arms wrapped around like an inflatable pair of legs and chest and torso and everything. And the guy looks at me, and I look back at him. He looks at me, and I look at him, and he's like, "Anyone ever tell you look like the Skinwalker guy from TikTok?" And I was like, "Funny you should mention that."
Believe it or not.
I was like, "That is me." And he's like, "No, you're kidding." And I was like, "I am 100% serious." And that proceeded to happen 2 more times. I don't know how I feel about that.
Oh,
I have my high school reunion coming up, my 5-year reunion, and
you guys do a 5-year reunion?
Yeah,
really?
Apparently.
Interesting.
That's coming up, and I'm like, am I gonna have to defend myself?
You know, every woman in that room is gonna hate you.
Why?
Because you are more TikTok famous than they are.
Right.
Okay, so a couple things here.
Aidan, could you do a video about a missing woman from my town?
Yeah,
2017. Lynn M. Rickard. Yeah, I can look into it.
Also, someone said you look like Chris from Until Dawn.
How do you know they were talking about me and not you?
I was just making the assumption. You're the star here. Now that question in the middle from is probably something you shouldn't answer.
What was it? If you do any video without making repercussions, what would it be on and why? I would make it unredacted.
There you go.
That's what I'm going to say. Yeah, I can look into it. I don't know anything about the story, but I can definitely... If you could... if you have any like news articles from when it happened, if you want to shoot those to us in an email so I can start there. I like to start with the oldest stuff I can find so that it's not tainted with any like retrospective stuff. But thelorelodge@gmail.com if you want to email me anything you have on it so I can start there. But I can absolutely do that.
Rain, the fact that you were the inflatable tube man for Halloween makes me so happy. But I also find it funny because on Halloween, or it might have been the day before, we had to go to the Halloween store because my one friend did not have a costume yet. Granted, all of mine were impromptus, but we went in. The store was wiped. I mean, literally nothing left. The single costume that was left was the inflatable tube man and a Daphne costume where the actual costume was stolen, but the wig was still in it. So my buddy bought it at a discount because it didn't have that, and he got put on the wig and went in like snow gear and went as Shaun White.
I mean,
so good.
It works. Let's see. Aidan, you're looking very adjacent. That's not the word I was... I said adjacent. Zeus, my guy, was correctly spelled adjacent.
My roommates and family know you two as the men from PA I pay to be my friends, and I feel like that's the most accurate description I've ever heard.
I can only assume what redacted would be, and I'm scared.
Make your assumption and make it worse.
Let's see. Do you believe in zodiacs, and what is your sign?
Also, we'd be your friends without you paying us, but we still like the fact that you pay us.
Because
I have a car payment.
We had to pay for the sushi. You paid for the sushi tonight. Thank you.
You did, actually. Thank you so much.
Like, actually.
We appreciate it.
We're not living paycheck to paycheck. If we were doing that, we'd have more money.
I'm living paycheck to paycheck. Mostly.
What's it like? What's it like to actually be able to afford your lifestyle?
Oh, God.
We are really winging things and seeing how they go.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest, I used to meticulously plan out my entire life. And since I've stopped doing that, things have started going better.
Yeah.
Which means one of two things. Either you should really just let the universe take hold, or I'm so bad at decision making that I was actually making my life worse by being organized. I think it's the latter.
Fair enough.
As for my zodiac sign, I'm not sure. There are plenty of reasonable explanations, in my opinion, as to why people born around the same time might have similar traits. That maybe we are underestimating exactly how important those first few weeks of life are to, your personality and things like that. Maybe people born in the late fall really do have certain traits that are common to them because of the time period in which they were born and all that. But I don't think the stars necessarily have to do it with it. I think that might be more of a correlation aspect. My sun is in Scorpio. I think my moon is in Pisces, and I'm a Libra rising. I don't know. I had an astrology girl tell me that. If she asks when you were born, run.
And you remember?
Do you want me to read it off?
No.
Going to.
God damn you. You said in all caps that your assumption is bad. Yeah, it should be. It should be. Drunken Clown, in terms of interest in Aus folklore, if we can find access to a native Australian, an Aborigine, as I believe they're called.
Aboriginals do not like to talk to white people.
No.
No. It's not something they're generally a fan of.
Can you expose widespread lies told by the media that were propagated by the U.S. government? No, because I enjoy living.
I enjoy being able to exist.
I don't need to get Kennedy.
Yeah, I don't. I'll be honest. I mean, I don't exactly hide my contempt for the government.
It's a government.
Yeah, or the media, but
all governments are corrupt. Just matters of how much.
When you're gonna be, when you have a substantial audience, you kind of have to. There's a very specific set of opinions and ideologies that you can openly espouse while having a large audience. And they are not mine. So,
Yeah.
And that's, do not assume from that I'm some sort of radical extremist of any kind. Just, if you're not, towing the Hollywood, line when it comes to being in the entertainment industry as we are, there's really only two options. Either pretend you are or keep your mouth shut. So
You are what?
pretend you are following there.
Oh, yeah.
So you can either be performatively progressive and woke and whatnot, or if you are anywhere to the right of Bernie Sanders, then you keep your mouth shut.
Or even if you're just in a place where you just genuinely don't give a shit, you just want everybody to stop bothering each other.
Yeah,
then you probably shouldn't even say that.
Yeah, so we keep,
Also, really quickly, Zeus is saying, Aidan, what does adjacent mean? And it's
adjacent. Yeah. I'm saying the word adjacent.
It's ADJACENT, right?
ADJACENT. ACENT, yeah. Fun fact, that word cannot be older than the past 400 years.
Interesting. So to answer your question, it means next to or relative to. So I am currently adjacent from other Aidan.
Yes. Can you scroll up a little bit? But yeah, I'm a Scorpio. What were you? I'm going to read off my astrology profile as it was sent to me.
Oh boy.
Or at least parts of it. I want you to react while I do it.
Okay.
And tell me how accurate it is.
I think it's going to be super chat. Big Set Glass. What was your super chat?
All right, ready for this, Aidan?
Oh, she did send one. I am now tired. The sleep is coming for us. There is too much to do before we must go. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. We gotta film the video for tomorrow after this.
Yeah. Woohoo! All right, ready? So, your sun in Scorpio dictates that you are determined and throw yourself headfirst into whatever you do, but getting you to commit to something that wasn't your idea originally can be difficult.
Absolutely accurate.
Solar Scorpios have their own minds and are fiercely independent. Because of this, they can be hard to completely understand at times, so it's best to just appreciate them for who they are. You have tremendous staying power, you don't give up, and you're not easily intimidated by anyone. You are suspicious and defiant, and extremist in your views and personality at times. Oh, one of them is in Libra. Moon in Libra says that you have good intentions, but you have a tendency to overdo things at times. This can be a big pitfall for you if you don't recognize it happening. This can be manifested in the way that you care for the people you love. You are seen as generous and helpful to the people you care about, and you can let it consume you if you're not careful.
Yep.
Moon in Pisces says that you come off as dreamy and detached when people first meet you at times, but that's not at all true. You have an incredible intuition that you should always trust. You are giving and open, which is admirable. You have intricate romantic fantasies, but you rarely share them with people that you have feelings of indifference towards. Lunar Pisceans fall fast and hard for people. You tend to gravitate towards music, poetry, or the physical arts as a way to express all the emotions you are feeling at any given time, since you may have issues verbalizing them. You are nervous about how people perceive you due to an unhealthy imagination.
Oh boy. So
you understand why when this was sent to me, I had a mini panic attack, because what if everything is being decided by the stars? Yeah, so that's kind of what I was looking at, and I was like, what are these message retracted things?
People retracting their messages.
Are they retracting them, or is YouTube retracting them?
No, it would be them.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Because it would be message.
I don't know how this works.
Well, I'm going to say mine next, so you can let me know if it fits me, because his is absolutely accurate.
It's terrifyingly accurate.
Oh yeah.
Oh. I am a Libra. Let it burn. Let is burn. Let us burn. What was that supposed to say, Glass?
Probably us.
Careful, bud. Someone can use this against you later in life. My astrological profile?
Probably. Interesting.
I don't think I have it made so you can't swear in super chats. I think that's just a YouTube thing.
Yeah, it must be.
That's got to be a YouTube thing.
Okay, so... Oh, I'm not paying $25 to know that. Get out of here.
$25 for what?
For your thing.
Oh, God. Yeah, don't do that. Trying to, like, search through here to see if there's anything else I should know. Yeah. Oh, God. Now everybody's just sending their astrology signs. Any more astrology talk, and I'm calling someone the gamer word.
Oh my God. I love that it's now the gamer word.
I know.
Oh my God.
Are there any capitalizations in the email address? No, I actually just saw the email come through, actually, so you're good on that.
What is this?
Oh, I guess Zeus just tested it, see what happens. Based! All your base star belong to us.
Okay, here we go. I got mine. So Sun is Cancer, which I knew.
All of my friends are either Pisces or Cancer.
Okay, so the Sun says... the Sun determines your ego, identity, and role in life. It's the core of who you are, and it's the sign most likely you already know. Your Sun is Cancer, meaning that you are fundamentally sensitive, nurturing, and gentle. Your emotions may seem like a burden to you. You're deeply committed to your relationships and being good to the people that you care about. You have trouble with self-discipline. It's in your 11th house, meaning you feel the need to distinguish yourself from others through social status, including platonic and casual friends, along with your hope, wishes, and dreams. That's pretty damn inaccurate. So let's see how else this goes. Because, yeah, I'm pretty dead inside right now, so the emotions are not really a thing. Your ascendant is Virgo. Is the mask you present to people. It can be seen in your personal style and how you come off to people you first meet. Some say it becomes less relevant. It changes every 2 hours or so. Your ascendant in Virgo means you come across as precise, diligent, peace-seeking, and organized. You may seem a bit too attached to work, details, and the pursuit of perfection, which sometimes makes you a bit boring. Does that sound accurate at all? I think it's like half and half.
Part.
Yeah. Moon is Aries. The moon rules your emotions, moods, and feelings.
It's spoken like a true Cancer.
What do you mean? Wait, what's that supposed
I don't know.
I want to know what you mean by
The astrology bitches know and we don't.
Who said spoken like a true Cancer?
Glass says, the ocean's rising, the world is ending. If this is all news to you, sorry to say the story is almost over. You say the ocean's rising like I give a shit. You say the whole world's ending, honey, it already did.
You're not going to stop it, heaven knows
you tried.
Got it, good, now get inside.
Okay, we're going to get copyright struck.
For speaking it, I hope not.
I mean, we got hit with a copyright strike for poorly playing Semi-Charm Kind of Life once.
Yeah, that's fair.
So,
okay, my moon
or
is
Someday
Aries,
by Rob Thomas. I can't remember which it was.
Saying it was both. Your moon is Aries, meaning your emotional self is independent, energetic, and enthusiastic. You have a tendency to feel inadequate and overcompensate just because failure is a possibility. It's your 7th house, meaning because it's like not that accurate. Do I? Yeah, no. Mercury is Leo. Okay.
What's my Mercury?
Your Mercury is in Leo, meaning your intellect is persuasive, idealistic, and bold. A natural leader, you speak articulately with confidence. You use creativity and warmth to win others' attention. You may come off as overbearing or conceited. It's in your 11th house, meaning you're curious about and inclined to analyze your friends, how to make an impact on people in your political life. That is the most accurate I've seen so far. By far. What else? Venus is a Gemini. I didn't know these went so deep.
Me neither. When I first started looking into it, I was like, where did all this come from?
Your Venus is a Gemini, meaning your romantic side is dynamic, curious, and easily bored. You love witty banter.
Yes.
But you have trouble deepening your relationships. You tend to be a bit timid and discreet with your crushes because you don't know how to be forthright. It's in your 10th house.
Well, that's not true.
I was going to say the front part, very true. The inability to be front-right is completely opposite. And I don't care about the other 7 that are here, so
Yeah. No, I've seen Aidan
Careful.
accidentally flirt with people he wasn't even intending to flirt with.
Yeah. That happens a lot.
I've had to bring it up to him at times, and he's like, I was flirting, and I was like, rather aggressively, in fact.
There was quite literally one time where I was trying to be a wingman for him, and this was a few years ago.
Yeah.
And she had to go to the bathroom, and he came next to me. He's like, dude, stop flirting with her. And I was like, what do you mean? I'm trying to get you two together. And he's like, no, you're flirting with her hard. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I did not realize.
I remember what you're talking about. I don't remember who the girl was.
I don't know who the girl was either, but we were down the shore.
Were we?
Yeah. It was
It
like...
wasn't...
I don't know.
Was it? Is there a chance it was... We gotta stop doing this.
First letter.
C.
C.
A few years ago, down the shore.
Who the fuck is C?
The one you...
Oh, got it. Sorry. I didn't think that far back, because we...
Oh, was it more recent than that?
No, because for some reason she says I ghosted her in high school, and I haven't really seen her since, like, this year. So...
Huh.
I don't remember ghosting her, but she keeps, like, making fun of me for it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it was her. I think it was someone else.
We've been friends too long.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, what's everybody saying?
Sorry, ever since I got back from the apathy, I've been... What?
I don't know if I can even say that. Oh my god, that is ridiculous.
What are... yeah, I don't want to say that.
Yeah.
But, like...
That's amazing.
Sorry, ever since I got back from the apathy, I have been feeling off. More human than normal. Is it normal for humans to cry over things that never? Well, I don't know what that last word was supposed to be, but yes.
You're more than welcome to analyze our charts and tell us what the hell it means, because...
Mom, if you're still watching, can you tell Is when I was born?
I was born on July 9th, 1998, in Bryn Mawr, Pennsylvania, at 10:46 a.m.
It sounds like Old Boy is a terrible wingman.
I can be very good at being a wingman sometimes, I think, right? Have I done well? Sometimes?
Mandy's here! Oh my god, it's Mandy! Look!
Have you not been updated on his frosted tips?
Have you not seen the hair? Have you been gone that long?
Yeah, when
did I do this?
Oh, I guess it was after that night at Marley's.
This is the 21st episode, so
I leave for a month and now you're like, yeah, Mandy, you're the only one holding, like, people together. Why you keep leaving?
They paid me to be blonde.
Yep.
So, has it been 2 months?
No, it has not been 2 months.
Well, no, because I'm thinking about it.
When
the last time we saw Mandy was...
At Marley's.
At Marley's, but that was like late September.
No way. It had to be in October. Because we watched that horror movie together. Because it was like spooky month. Okay,
so it was October. It wasn't like Halloween yet.
No, it was a couple weeks before.
Yeah. It was like early October, I guess.
Yeah.
Wow. That's wild. But yeah, I'm blonde now. Hopefully it'll be gone soon. It's been nice to see how the other Aidan lives.
In shame.
Yeah.
Mine's like...
Bye, Drunken Clown.
You guys tell me what you think. Is this really blonde? Because
it's definitely darker than it used to be.
Yeah, it's
like
slowly...
considerably darker.
It's slowly getting darker. Thank God. Wait, you're right. I think it was a month. Time isn't real. It looks very edgy. Yeah. A, time is absolutely not real, and neither is money. And B, it does look a little edgy. Diet green.
Oh, God.
Hey, yeah, your favorite color.
Oh, my God. It's 8:24.
Yeah.
When did that happen?
We'll rip out of here. It's 8:30 and then get that video done.
Also, should we go back to doing the donation goals? Is that something people actually enjoyed?
That's a question for them, not me.
I know. It definitely made us a lot more money, but...
I think this is more on the brown side than blonde at this point.
I think so, too.
Yeah. It's a very light brown.
What?
Dirty blonde / dishwater blonde.
Look at Archie on the show. He had no thoughts whatsoever.
No,
in his
he's
head.
adorable.
He is completely just nothing. I don't think I have any 13-year-old stands.
You do. It's most of your Discord.
I don't think my Discord likes me that much.
Well, I just don't know you very well.
I don't think Discord likes me. So we should go back to them? Alright, yeah, we can go back to donation goals. Maybe do lower amounts. Like 100, 200, 300, and 400?
Yeah, and also, like, not something that's going to ruin my corporate career.
You weren't doing any of the things. It was all me. I wore the maid costume. I have the blonde hair.
Let's be fair. You didn't ask me to do anything that week.
I still have to do the... this weekend, we have to do the Wendigo milk stand.
What am I doing this weekend? Yeah, I can do that.
Okay, cool. Hey, stop it.
I would imagine so. If I'm wrong about that, I'll let you know. But as of right now, I don't think I actually have anything to do.
Okay, wait. What happened in the Discord? Why don't we know this? I mean, the maid outfit would fit him better than me.
The 13-year-old fans were Discord mods up until we here. Yeah, I saw you
Did
guys...
we unmod?
Somebody did, apparently.
Did Shiv unmod the 13-year-olds?
Somebody fill us in on the tea on our own Discord server. We don't know. We've been too busy. I'm doing 4 things right now.
Every time every time I would say something in the Discord, I would be going great for about 20 minutes, and then I'd get canceled by my own mods.
Mandy just asked, have you ever encountered a thick Wendigoon?
Oh,
Yes,
yeah, we've
we have.
encountered thick Wendigoon. Yeah,
we have, actually.
Isaiah's got a juicy ass there, you know.
Dump truck.
Dump,
man.
just pack in the wagon.
There was just a fight, I think. But, like, what was the fight? Was it pay-per-view? Why didn't we get to see it? Hi, baby. Hi.
Is asked if we were doing jam time. You didn't bring your guitar.
I did not. I assumed we were not.
Yeah, I don't think tonight, because we got to shoot the video.
Yeah.
We could Twitch stream shooting the video, but
it kind of defeats the video,
it's
doesn't
true.
it?
They just got upset and left.
That's weird.
That explains why Shiv wants to talk to us.
Yeah. We gotta get better, A, responding to him, and B, actually, like, doing the meeting. But
I gave them my phone number, and they never text me.
Yeah. We're never
I was like, if something is serious, text me. And they never texted me.
This is how free I am. I've been planning for, like, a month now to watch a movie with a buddy of mine who's in Virginia right now, and I keep having to cancel because I have shit I have to do.
Only I could get canceled by my own fans. Me and Jake Gyllenhaal.
Canceled. Poor Jake Gyllenhaal, dude.
Okay, listen. So I was thinking about that whole thing, right? And this is what's going to get us canceled.
Yeah.
So Taylor Swift dates Jake Gyllenhaal for 3 months. I don't know any of the details of this situation. From what I can tell, basically what happened, Jake Gyllenhaal was, you know, a shallow, conceited bastard. Not sure what she expected, considering he's Jake Gyllenhaal. But they date for 3 months. They break up. She writes a 5-minute song about him. She actually writes a 10-minute song about him, but the studio's like, okay, maybe like cut that in half. So she writes a 5-minute song about him.
Also is careful.
It could have gotten worse, and he could have gotten, you know, it could have been worse for him. But, you know, that happened. 11 years later, and I guess he was 29 and she was 21 when they dated.
Yeah.
A rather large age gap, but not the worst I've heard of.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to Hollywood. But yeah, so
Good
he
luck,
was 21. Yeah, bye, Mandy. He was 29, she was 21. And everyone's mad about this. 11 years later, she re-releases the 10-minute version of the song. Mm-hmm. And just, you know, Jake Gyllenhaal gets canceled again. Even though he hasn't done anything in 11 years. To her.
Yeah.
Apparently he also spent like $160,000 to fly her out to LA on a private jet for a date. Which is just wild to me. But,
Fair.
So she writes this 10-minute song and, you know, just dunks on Jake Gyllenhaal 11 years later. Mm-hmm. But here's the thing. The rule, as I've heard it, is half your age plus 7, right? Mm-hmm. So Jake Gyllenhaal at 29, half of 29 is 14 and a half. Plus 7 is 21 and a half. Mm-hmm. So he is within the zone. Yep. He's playing with fire. He's on the edge. But he's within what society has deemed acceptable. So, you know, where does... Like, I understand. Maybe it's questionable. Taylor Swift, at age 23, dated Harry Styles when he was 18. Half of 23 is 11 and a half. Plus 7 is 18 and a half. Mm-hmm. So Taylor Swift did the exact same thing to Harry Styles that Jake Gyllenhaal did to her.
Mm-hmm. Well, wait, how old was she?
She was 23, he was 18.
Well, that's not quite as much of a...
No, but if you go by the half your age plus 7 rule,
Oh, yeah, fair.
it is. Now, I think age gaps of 10 years are weird regardless. I also think 23 and 18 is unacceptable.
Mm.
That's weird.
Well, yeah.
Like, that's very strange to me. So, she can't really use the whole age gap thing and, he knew better or whatever. Because she did the same thing to an 18-year-old. And I don't know, I didn't look into that many of her relationships, but I was curious, well, is she only is there a pattern? Does she date men who are older generally? And it does seem like, if you remember the song Hey Stephen, that was on her first album, or her second album, is about another country singer who was in his 20s, and she was 15. So she has displayed a pattern of being interested in and dating older men. Mm-hmm. And then she basically writes this 10-minute song about how bad of a guy Jake Gyllenhaal is for being older than her when that's her type.
Yeah, I have no idea. I haven't listened to the song.
So, I don't know. I haven't listened to the song. I don't pay attention to Taylor Swift. The only Taylor Swift songs I listen to are the pop-punk covers of her songs. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm misinformed, but from standing back and watching everything, huh?
All I know is that I'm a John Mayer stan, and nothing can prevent that from...
Mandy said, wait, I'm back for 1 minute. Which Aidan?
I assume it's yours.
Probably. Your mom, Aidan Mattis. Okay, yeah. Your mom today shared my video on her story. Aw. Yeah, my mom's great. I love my mom.
Your mom is great.
My mom's awesome.
Yeah, I say probably yours considering I don't know if my
She said
mom
Aidan
knows
M.
that.
I just didn't. We stand Studio Flora.
Yes, we do.
Yes. If you're in the Philadelphia area and you need any flower goods, check out StudioFloraMainline.com.
We should just start doing that every episode.
What, plugging my mother's store?
Yeah, because she's basically a sponsor. At this point.
She is. Mom, do you want a sponsorship slot on the show? We're going to look back on this in 10 years when we have our own network. And be like, we started out so pure and innocent. And I don't know what we'll be making shows about. I did run into a guy who worked on an A&E show that is World's Biggest Ghost Hunt, I think it was called.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, and apparently they did an episode on Penhurst.
Oh, really?
And he was telling me how, a lot of actual sketchy shit happened when they were there. So I think we gotta,
We should try it.
we gotta see if we can get in touch with Penhurst and go there. Because we don't have a studio to be responsive to.
Yeah, that's true. The only type of doxing you do is actually giving his address because they know his full name and they know who his mom is because she's donated here before, so... You're good. Don't worry.
In fact, you could probably find my exact full address just looking up my name on white pages or something.
Let's not.
Yeah. Please don't.
Let's not say that.
We gotta set up a P.O. box. I was supposed to do that this week. I'm a fool. All right. If anyone has any burning questions, super chat them now. We will be on here for probably 5 more minutes.
Yep. And
then we have to hop off to shoot a video on King Arthur to entertain you guys on Tuesday.
You mean tomorrow?
Oh my god.
I'm going to either be editing either late tonight, which I'm not going to do because I'm tired, so early tomorrow morning. Woohoo! I'll make some tea, I'll not eat, and get it done.
Archie is just vibing right here. He's a good boy. Who do we have next week? Next week is Thanksgiving, right?
I think so, yeah. Oh my god.
That's a fun one. So I did get in touch with Milo, or you might know him better as Mini Minuteman. That Milo.
I was going to say, as soon as I hear the name Milo, I get concerned.
Dude, could you imagine? What an absolute shit show that would be. Holy God.
I could not imagine sitting across the table from him.
That would be wild.
That would be insane.
I don't know how I would even deal with that. Oh my gosh.
Good lord.
What would I even talk to him about?
What would either of us talk to him about?
I don't know. But yes, I do have to. Oh god. TikTok leggings. All right, well that's enough to get me to do it. But yeah, so Mini Minuteman on Wednesday the 24th.
Okay.
Is going to be on the show. You might know him as the guy who debunks all of the TikTok conspiracy theories. So that's exciting. I'm happy about that.
Mm-hmm.
it's funny because we kind of like do the same level of content, just we kind of do the opposite thing from one another. Although I do spend a lot of time debunking stuff as well, but he takes a lot of the stuff that's like, some of the more out there conspiracy stuff, like pyramids in Antarctica, and he debunks that stuff, whereas I kind of talk more about like myths and legends. But yeah, so Wednesday the 24th, he's going to be on. I'm very excited about that. I think that should be a cool little interaction between his followers and ours also.
Yeah, that's a good heads up, actually. Just next week will be Wednesday, not Monday. So.
Yeah, so it took a little while because he had to follow me back on TikTok before I could message him. But I eventually was able to get in touch with him, and he's going to be on. I'm very excited. He seems like a very cool dude, and I'm very excited.
I hope you get the right sizes. You may underestimate how much of a dumpy we both have.
If you're sending stuff to the P.O. box, send Archie some treats.
Yes.
Yeah.
Archie!
He likes the no-hide treats.
The no-hide treats?
The smart bones. Yeah, he's a good boy.
Yes, we'll let you know. Don't worry.
But the P.O. box I will try and set that up this week. I will go to the post office. If I go to one in Phoenixville and get it done, that would be great. But I don't know if they do P.O. boxes there.
I don't think so. The one in Valley Forge is fine.
No, it's just a pain in the ass to have to go to Valley Forge. I say that like Valley Forge isn't more than, 10 minutes away from here. We live in a weird spot, dude.
Phoenixville's honestly the best.
Yeah, it's great. Like, King of Prussia's right there.
Mm-hmm.
Valley Forge Park's right there.
Yep.
Can easily get down to Philly.
Yep.
I like it here. I'm vibing. It's very quiet back here.
Yeah.
Where I'm living now.
Yeah.
I used to live on the main street in this town, and it was loud. It's kind of nice when I was like 22. Now that I'm an elderly 24-year-old, not quite as nice.
I would live here just for the gym.
Yeah, my gym, my building has a gym with a rock wall in it. I'm gonna go down there after we record.
Really?
I was supposed to go to the gym today, and then I didn't. I'm just gonna do a quick lifting set.
Yeah, I've been doing...
Lift lodge.
Well, I'm officially back into lifting, but my schedule is Tuesday through Saturday.
DM me your sizes. I'm probably like a large.
I have no idea what size I would be in leggings, but I'll try and find one. I have some tree trunks for thighs, so that's part of the problem.
You just licked my lips. Communicating.
Clearly.
This is adorable.
I love it.
Look at him. Look at him on the screen.
He's great.
Good boy. Yeah. What are the Aidan's favorite YouTube channels? I think my top ones are probably Mr. Ballin, Wendigoon, and The Dark Somnium would probably be my top three.
My top three are probably, ironically enough, all centered around a profession that I am in no way, shape, or form professionally related to.
Forklift operating?
I have my certification. No. But it's Real Engineering, Wendover Productions, and what's the other one? Real Life Lore. Those are probably my top three. They're all like engineering related.
Interesting.
Yeah. Well, I mean, before I got into film, I wanted to do aerospace engineering, so...
Right.
Yeah. I was planning on being an actual rocket scientist.
I said it's not rocket surgery to someone.
That's a thing.
And a lot of people didn't get the joke. They were like, it's rocket science. And I was like, that
well, that's a reference as well.
To what?
George Bush said that.
He did?
Yeah.
George Bush said a lot of things, man.
I know, he's adorable. Now he paints dogs. What a legend.
I dream of a day where man and fish can coexist peacefully as friends.
Yeah. I put that in my script, and when I had one woman who's reviewing it look at it, she was like, it says rocket surgeon, it's supposed to be rocket science. I was like, no. Do you remember back in like 2006 when Bush said that at a press conference and she was like, I'm surprised she didn't say it outright, but I knew that the tone was, how old are you? And because she was like, oh yeah, I do remember that. Well, it may just be easier to do this at whatever. I'm like, yeah, right, fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, fair enough, man. Fair enough.
I don't really know what's going on, but fair enough. I don't even think that's the right quote.
I don't know.
No.
But do I watch any horror channels? A lot of like creepypasta, like Dark Somnia, Mr. Creepypasta. I don't love Mr. Creepypasta. Something about his tone of voice bothers me.
If there's anything,
Dark Somnia and Creeps McPasta are my two favorites.
the one channel that I absolutely love in that realm is not a creepypasta thing. It's somebody who does mini documentaries on like really bad events.
Are you talking about Fascinating Horror?
No, it's the channel's name is just Horror Stories. And the guy who does it does like really interesting, like he did one on the Outlaw Pass.
Okay.
But he also does stuff on just like, there was a cable car disaster in like Switzerland caused by a U.S. Air Force pilot like flying too low and hitting the cables. There's a stadium crush incident that happened in like the 80s at like a game. It was like way worse than the whole Astroworld thing. Like there were dozens of people who got crushed to death against like a fence at a football game, which is soccer. But yeah, crazy stuff like that. Also, he did one on the guy who killed the pedo that molested his son. I can't remember the name of the family or whatnot, but there's literally a video of him like getting the guy in the head.
Jeez.
Oh yeah. It's
well,
insane.
as we know on this channel, we stand anyone who kills a pedophile.
Yes.
That is, the fact that does not carry the death penalty is a mystery to me.
Yeah.
Plan to start Letterkenny tonight. I'll have to. Yes, do it.
Well, pitter patter then is. Get going.
Who is the angel baby? I assume you mean this thing. This is Archie. Archie, look at the camera.
George Bush do be loving shoes.
The man had dexterity.
He did. He
dodged those
that
shoes.
shit like a.
But yeah,
oh
this
my
is
God.
Archie. He is my mini American Eskimo dog. He's my boy. He's 3 years old, almost. He's getting there. Yeah. It's crazy. I got him when I was in college, and he's my best friend.
Oh,
And-
he's almost legal to drink, aren't you?
And he, despite me having a queen-size bed, and him being 25 pounds, takes up 2/3 of the bed.
So he's. I'm not gonna say that because it's gonna sound weird.
He's just like, eh. Archie sleeps on his back with his paws in the air.
Interesting.
It is nice though, because he can sit here indefinitely, and it was comfy.
Also, if you want yet another random stupid show to watch, Solar Opposites, made by the same people as Rick and Morty, but it's even better.
Also, Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah, true. How I Met Your Mother? Why not?
Yeah, but It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia is just, it's documentary adjacent.
George Bush is an SCP that breached containment and got into politics. That's imagine if you readjusted that script to be, instead of the one in like Iceland or whatever, or Greenland.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine the thing that's in there is just George Bush. Oh my God!
Look how pretty this dog is.
He's
so photogenic.
oh, he really
It's
is.
like, I don't usually see him on camera, but oh my gosh, he's
Yeah.
gorgeous.
He's
You're
fantastic.
beautiful. You would be perfect for like commercials, except you would always throw up the food because you're bad at eating.
All hot girls have IBS, even though he's not a girl.
Unpopular opinion, but Rick and Morty sucks.
That is unpopular.
I don't get it. I don't get the show.
It's at least better than Big Mouth. That's all I'll say.
Everything's better than Big Mouth.
Yeah.
I think the reason John Mulaney is so consistently funny is because whenever he has a bad idea, he writes it into the script of Big Mouth.
Oh, now I'll throw a hot take out there. I
What?
don't like John Mulaney.
Really?
Yeah.
Like his stand-up?
Yeah.
Really?
I just find him really annoying. His voice primarily, and also just the way he carries himself.
You don't like his mannerisms?
Correct. And just the way he talks, he's like, it was a thing. It was a thing. It was a thing.
That's
I'm
true.
Like, okay, cool. Like, tell a joke.
Well, I was over there sitting on the bench.
Yeah, exactly. And I was on the bench, and I was on the bench. It's like, repeating yourself
to
isn't funny.
be fair, the video you're thinking of is a compilation where
Yeah,
they
no, I
edited
know.
out the bits in
I
between.
know.
But who is John Mulaney? He's a stand-up comedian former SNL cast member. He's one of the few like SNL cast members that I think is objectively a funny person. Most of the rest of them are horrifically unfunny. Pete Davidson used to be really unfunny. He's gotten better. I think Ariana Grande breaking up with him was his Joker moment, and I think that's made him much funnier.
Yeah, but now he's with the Kardashians, so his life's gonna fall apart.
God. Yeah, well, in our last video, the opener of our last video, I say Travis Scott's dating a Kardashian, so I think we all knew this was going to happen. Pete Davidson, you're next.
Yeah.
Kanye, Travis Scott,
Kanye,
Bruce Jenner straight up became a woman. They are some soul-sucking people. There's something wrong with that family. Was it Carly that sent us the conspiracy theory that the Kardashians made a deal with a witch like 200 years ago, and that's why all the men who are associated with them?
Oh yeah, I saw that. Also, is the spot gone because I don't like John Mulaney? Because if so, then I'll accept that. That's fine.
Aidan Mattis is now my favorite. Sorry, Aidan. That was the final straw.
Now see, there we go. Bo Burnham is a true genius because that comedy special was more than a comedy special. And I've watched it like 3 times now, and I listened to the album.
He's gotta stop making political statements.
What?
Because he's just... Ugh.
What, you mean in the special?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like...
Because he has some good takes, like Snapchat makes pedophilia really easy.
Yeah, or like maybe having social media that's just constantly like monitoring and involving our lives. Maybe that just wasn't a great idea.
He's got a lot of good ideas, and then you're like... abruptly reminded that he's a comedian and not very aware of historical context. And then you're like, and just I don't know.
Everybody has bad takes.
Because I wish that like everyone in terms of entertainment would stay away from politics unless they're going to equally attack everybody. Because it's just going to automatically alienate people, and that's why we don't get political on this show. Like the most extent of political we get is redacted. Like. This is not a political show, and and I think and my TikTok is not political at all, and I think that that's part of what the broad appeal is. I think that might be why guys like me and Nick from Saucy Dad, Mr. Ballin, people like that get these huge followings, is because you can sit there and you can watch it, and you can just enjoy it without feeling like they're injecting their own personal opinions into it. I just do my best to keep politics off of all of my social media, except Twitter.
Yeah, I think even
don't follow me on Twitter, please.
I think even beyond his hot takes in that though, the filmography, the cinematography, the way it was edited, and it was just masterfully made. The entire special was just it was very good. A cinema wonder.
What do you mean Inside sent you into a depressive episode? You weren't in one already?
Or just exaggerate. I mean, I think that happened for everybody.
I'm pretty sure everybody I watched that with was already in a depressive episode.
Fair.
Granted, I watched it with like Sean, Wade, Norman, and Mandy.
Yeah. Watch the whole first season because the C plot in that show is what makes it amazing. If you want a general idea, so the main family is aliens, and the one son, whenever he just gets annoyed by someone, he shrinks them and puts them in a terrarium that is the full wall in his bedroom, and there's a bunch of different little sections, and they have a whole like community and government and stuff in there. It starts out with a dictator, and then things become crazy. It is I really respect it because it's part of me thinks that entire show was just created purely for that plot to exist, like in a generally accepted context, because the social commentary in there and just like the blatant just good writing is amazing. Yeah, it's such a good show.
Yeah. To quickly address the Caitlyn Jenner situation, nothing wrong with being trans. Just like that was a whole weird thing to witness.
Yeah, specifically for like people in our parents' age who watched Bruce Jenner be the I can't remember he won the decathlon.
He won the decathlon in the 70s.
Which in for people of that time especially,
that was the like, Bruce Jenner I knew.
Yeah, but it's just that looking like someone of my dad's age who's now like 60. Looking at that when he was a young kid, essentially,
and seeing this man just kind of be the epitome of what a man strives to be.
Yeah,
as
just
athletic
extremely
and
masculine.
Yeah. Seeing that conversion was like massive whiplash for somebody that grew up with that.
And then proceeding to win Woman of the Year after not even being a woman for the entire year. I don't know. I think also like the timing of murdering somebody. Oh, you didn't know about that?
No.
Like 6 months before becoming Caitlyn Jenner killed somebody in a car accident while texting and driving.
Well, that's if that's the case, it's at least a lot more slick than Kevin Spacey. Once people found out that he was like molesting and all that shit with the like young
What did
boys.
he say again?
Oh, he just said, "I'm gay."
Literally, I remember that.
Literally in the same week, he tried to make a cop out with being like, "Yeah, I'm gay."
No shit, Kevin.
Yeah.
You were molesting boys.
Yeah.
Like
it's not an
we
excuse.
We
my
weren't
friend.
assuming that you were a straight pedophile.
Yeah. It's a shame that was the
I'm
case.
gay is not an excuse.
Yeah, it's not a defense. Nobody cares what your sexuality is anymore. You're just a person.
If
you commit a crime, then you suck.
If I had to guess, Aidan Mattis is a borderline anarchist. The Industrial Revolution and its consequences have been redacted.
If anybody vaguely knows the beginning of that statement, you know how it ends.
Listen, I'm not saying I'm an anarchist, but maybe Teddy K wasn't wrong about everything. Cool motive, still murder. Yeah.
Teddy who? Teddy who?
Ted Kaczynski.
Okay, that's what I thought you were thinking. Yeah.
Not Ted Cruz.
Yeah, no, that's
Don't name your kid Ted.
No. I will say
because we got Ted Kaczynski.
Yeah.
Ted Bundy.
Yep.
Ted Mosby.
The worst of them all.
The worst of them all. And Ted Cruz.
To be fair, I will give Ted Cruz credit.
He's gotten much funnier since he grew a beard.
I was just going to say, ever since he's really dove into the Texas Ted thing with the beard, he's a lot more entertaining.
I met him once. He is an unexpectedly large person for being 5'8". He's just quite wide.
I had no
He's not
idea he was
fat.
5'8".
He's just wide.
I thought he was like at least like 5'11".
He looks like he should have big iron on his hip.
Yeah.
Also, the softest hands I have ever encountered in my life.
That concerns
That man like takes a 20-minute lotion bath every night.
Don't forget Teddy Ruxpin. Oh, good lord.
Yeah, it's a weird experience. I had a weird time in college.
Yeah.
I met some people.
Yeah.
Like I shouted over Austin Peterson at Richard Spencer.
I'm amazed you didn't pursue that more, because you would have been an insane.
I did not enjoy having to adhere to editorial decisions. And that is the main reason I am not a journalist.
No, I meant more like direct in politics.
Oh, God, no.
People all the time. You would essentially just be the one, like, Pennsylvania representative that is just like, everyone's wrong.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to get involved in it. It's like, it becomes your entire life, you know? And that's, looking back on college, like, I wish I had spent less time involved in campus political stuff.
Yeah.
It was stupid.
Yeah,
And most of those people now, like, the people who I was constantly fighting with are either, like, not involved in politics or licking some, junior state representative's boot. So, any good colleges for studying theology? I
don't know why, but Trinity came to mind.
Trinity's good. Outside of the obvious ones, the Ivy Leagues and Oxford, Cambridge.
Yeah.
Let's see. Rice, I've heard, has a good program, even though it's very progressive. Penn State doesn't have a theology program, but they have a lot of theology courses that were fantastic. I looked into Southern Methodist a lot. They're good. Notre Dame is good. For some reason, Rutgers is bubbling to the surface. Really? I don't know why.
That's not surprising.
Yeah. Avoid the Mormon colleges. No Brigham Young, no Baylor.
I thought that went without saying.
I also would avoid Liberty.
But not Justice for All.
No. Georgetown's good. Let's see. Because I would not recommend getting a theology degree. But if you're interested in theology, a minor is always a great idea. A theology minor actually puts you in a really good spot for a lot of communications jobs, a lot of PR and HR jobs.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're interested in PR and communications and all that, if you get a communications major with a PR or a theology minor, that's a really good setup to have. But yeah, no, I mean, Jesuit schools all generally have good theology programs. Methodist colleges are really good theology programs.
Also, don't forget...
I would avoid Baptist and Catholic and Mormon, because those three have a lot of... And when I say Catholic, I mean...
Like
Catholic and Jesuit are not the same thing, even though Jesuits are Catholic. But they just have so much more responsibility to a broader organization that I don't totally trust them. But yeah, that would be a good thing for me to put together as a list of programs.
Also, don't forget graduate school, because I went to undergrad for film and journalism with a minor in psych, but I'm looking into at some point in the future being able to go back, do graduate work so I can get a full degree in psych. I might try and do business, and I might, depending on whether or not I can afford it, I just might keep racking up degrees just because it's fun. I mean, why wouldn't you want to have an MD on the wall just because you could?
Money.
NYU does it for free now.
What?
Their med school is free because there is a shortage of doctors in the States, and so they are trying to entice people to go to med school. And for some reason, they are...
When did this shortage of doctors in the States start?
I don't know, but the med school for free thing started my junior year. So...
Interesting.
If you need a doctor, maybe when I'm 35, he might be able to consult me.
I would hate med school. I could never do that. But...
I probably will too, but
I think this is a good time for us to wrap up the show.
Yeah,
because it's 9 o'clock,
yeah,
and we still have to shoot a 20-minute video.
Correct.
It probably won't be a full 20 minutes. But, yeah, so check up tomorrow. There will be a video on King Arthur on the channel.
The one we're about to make.
Yep. Wednesday, there will be another installment of Storytime.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't think it'll be Beneath the Canopy. But it will be an installment. And Thursday is our day off. Friday is...
I can finally try and put together that...
yeah, if you want to try and put something together.
Yeah.
And then Saturday we have the program again. So, yeah. Keep... There will be Storytime Wednesday and Friday. They might not be Beneath the Canopy and True Story, but they will be story times.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and make Friday a story time, because then we can. Do we want to have the story time analysis as a part of the podcast, maybe an opening thing before we get into, or even
That could be
a
good.
closing thing before we leave it?
That'd be...
Because there's a
Matreon,
lot of
you're late.
Matreon, you're very late. We're normally done by now.
I'm glad you're here, but
Yes.
but you're late.
You're later than I usually am.
You missed the Discord controversy.
Oh yeah, yeah. We still don't know what's going on.
I have no idea.
This guy has no thoughts, but so do I.
No thoughts at all. There's no thoughts in his head. Good boy. Thornbury, you want to be my therapist? Archie in a maid costume.
Sure, I unofficially have been for many people throughout my life so far. So
Archie-
what's one more?
Archie, you want to wear a maid outfit? You want to wear a maid outfit? He's running away.
That could be a good sub goal, or a donation goal, just different costumes for Archie. Hi.
What is he so excited about? I don't know. All right, everybody. Thank you for stopping by. Yes, next week the show will be on Wednesday.
You can't stop me from doing heroin.
Wait, what? We will be be joined by Milo, aka Mini Minuteman. So stop in for that. It's going to be a great show. It will be the more organized format that you saw last week with Father Peter. So we will be discussing 3 topics and then the Q&A segment. So stop in for that. That's going to be the structure of this show from now on. You are going to get introduction, 3 topics of discussion, and then Q&A. We're going to be very, very diligent about this. Lore Lodge is getting very serious. We have a studio now. I have to give myself a reason that I am paying all of this money. So we're going to be taking things very seriously in the coming year. Thank you all for stopping by, and we will see you next week.
See you guys.